Okay.
But by the way, if you are a New York fan of teams that win, you wake up this morning and feel pretty good.
Oh, sure.
Honestly, with the Mets and Peterson's performance yesterday was great. The bullpen did its job, timely hitting. McCann gets a home run. And, of course, Brandon Nimmo's been on fire. That guy it seems like he's on base every time he gets up. So it's all good in the world of the Mets. And see, when you win 3 in a row, it feels good.
Oh, yeah, doesn't it? No problems.
And you're in first place, and you beat one of your rivals, and you take 3 of them, and, it'd be nice if they could get 4 today. I don't know if they will. It's supposed to start raining around 11 o'clock or something this morning. So I don't know what will happen. I don't know if they'll get rained out again or whatever. But all I can tell you, this is what you want. You want top-end pitching, and that's what you've got now 3 games in a row. I was talking to Fliegelman this morning, another huge Met fan like me, and we were just lamenting the fact that, the Mets, should probably be 7-1. They probably should have won both of Jacob DeGrom's outings.
Oh, don't get greedy. You and Fliegelman
I know,
in there.
But the point being
talking about 7-1.
But the point being is that the starting pitching is great, and that's not the case for the Yankees. The starting pitching for the Yankees has been anything but great, other than Garrett Cole. Their bullpen has been fine, and you give up a home run to Bichette last night or yesterday, and you lose the game in walk-off fashion. That's a tough one. There's no question about it. But Corey Kluber, 3 starts in a row now, can't get out of the 4th inning. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's just you get what you pay for, and maybe Domingo Germán will eventually come around. But their starting pitching has just been brutal.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really make a real effort to improve it. I mean, that's this, and that is bearing it out early in the season.
Well,
now,
it's like if they had Paxton. Paxton, obviously is hurt, as you pointed out yesterday. No,
Tanaka.
Jesus, God, man, my brain is like
I'm right there with you. It's fine.
All right, so I know you had a problem this morning. We'll get to that, but
yeah.
Tanaka again is not pitching here, so it's
he stinks.
Right. It does stink, and if I were a Yankee fan, I'd worry. And I also, if I were a fan of Clint Frazier, I'd worry too. I mean, you got a chance, and now Gardner's playing a lot. Remember when they signed him and people were like, oh, why are we signing him for? We don't
because
need
he
him.
always ends up playing.
Because he always ends up playing is right, and good for him he ends up playing. But, guys have opportunities, and they got to make the most of them. Either you do or you don't. I don't know what to tell you. It's just it's frustrating watching what we're seeing there. Now, Judge hits 2 home runs.
I mean, yeah,
some
right.
people feel good about that. But these are games that are, man, I'll tell you, it's mind-boggling.
Yankees in a moral victory mode right now. Is that what you're saying? Aaron Judge, couple home runs, so that's a good thing. What happened?
I'm a Yankee.
What
fan.
happened to you people?
No. I'm a Yankee. If I'm a Yankee fan,
sure.
I'm not into moral victories. I have expectations. We are the Yankees.
Yeah. So I mean, the Judge home runs are nice because you were worried about him missing like a month, but the rest of the team is just flat. And Jay Bruce is shot. I mean, it really is a shame that Luke Voit got hurt and Jay Bruce has to play as much as he does.
Where is Mike Ford?
He has got. Well, hopefully you see him at some point. Call him up. I mean, I understand it's not going to fix all the Yankee problems, but for crying out loud, Jay Bruce is just cooked. I mean, he comes up in any sort of situation that you feel like you need a big hit. Last night's strikeout, and then he sort of like that little bloop liner that led to a double play later in the game. I mean, he's shot.
I mean, from getting guys picked off on base and to starting pitching that's been horrendous to Clint Frazier is supposed to be a spark plug for his last 17. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, bullpen's
been the only good thing. And then last night, of course, I mean, Chad Green has been great since the beginning of the season, gives up the home run to Bichette. But the bullpen's been the only good thing, and they haven't had a lot of opportunities yet because they haven't been leading in a lot of these games.
Right, and the opposite is for the Mets. The starting pitching's been great.
Yeah, it has been.
And the bullpen's been okay, and the bullpen was better yesterday. Although, it's so frustrating watching Familia, isn't it? I mean, he's got this ball that sinks, and he gets all these little dribblers, and they end up on base. Of course, he walks the first guy, which is, par for the course for him, and that usually ends up in trouble, but Loop helped him out late yesterday. He came in a big spot, got a key double play, and that was
shift
huge.
Was perfect. All the people want to eliminate the shift. How about last night?
Well, when the shift works for you, you don't want to change
it was great. It was beautiful. It's exactly what they needed. I mean, Lindor was right there, played him perfectly. I mean, it was great scouting and everything. So good for them. And by the way, we just went through this with Marcus Stroman and the rain delay and all of that stuff. You got Jacob deGrom today. You got rain in the forecast. Don't send him out there for 3 pitches and then sit him down. I mean, you already screwed up your number 2 starter who rebounded quickly from that, and good for him. But don't be messing around with this because apparently, the Mets with their exclusive forecast expert, and see if we can get his ass in gear today and not have any sort of the same repeat nonsense as you had a couple days ago because I'm not messing around with Jacob deGrom. Hey, this is what happened. So, and by the way, the reason that we're talking about this is we need to make sure the Mets don't screw up Jacob deGrom today like they did with their exclusive forecast expert. So we can get our guys on it. If you want something done right, boom,
you got to do it yourself. Right.
All right, so what happened was I think that this Jeff Banson, he saw all the play and the run that Matt Hammer was getting on the show, and it really boosted his career. And there might have been a little jealousy there. So then Banson burst onto the scene, DM here, a little, hey, what do you think about this? A little forecast. Hey, if you ever need me, I'm around.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
You're claiming that Hammer's career has been boosted? I mean, he's in the same place.
I know, but...
I mean, maybe we've elevated...
His profile.
His profile, yes.
Yeah, I mean, over there he's walking with a little more swagger, and he's over the man,
there, yes, okay.
At News 12. So that's what I think what's going on. So either one of them. I mean, at this point, whoever is available.
Can you tell which one has the infrared switcher in his hand? And which one has the one that's connected to the wire?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. But either one of those guys can help us out because that does... Like, all kidding aside, that does worry me that there's going to be a repeat with Jacob deGrom.
Like the Mets are going to screw this up again?
Yes! I just saw him screw it up. And by the way, is it supposed to rain all day?
Well, starting around 11, supposedly. It was nice this morning.
Just call the game. Just call it. Just call it right now. Somebody please send out a statement.
Another game called already?
Well, which sucks, but the weather is what it is.
Wow. So the thing about the starting pitching for the Mets, just one bad outing by Peterson. That was the last outing against the Phillies before yesterday. And they have Carrasco and they have Syndergaard coming back.
I know.
It's great. It's exactly what we were hoping for. I mean, the bats will wake up. They'll come around. I mean, there's no question McNeil's starting to come around now. Conforto's really the big one that is just out there like a big old matzo ball. It's just right there going, oh, here he comes again.
Do you think contract year jitter type of thing going on?
Look, man.
Think that's happening?
I've seen a lot of guys bet on themselves and play for a contract and play great.
Yeah.
And, you always say that the best form of motivation for any sort of professional athlete is put him in his walk year and let him go out there and start ripping it up. I mean, that's what he should be doing. Eventually he'll get going. But, right now, he's close, but it's just, I don't know.
Well, let me ask you. So
frustrating. They all can't hit at the same time. That's the problem.
So we see Zach Wheeler last night, obviously, for the Phillies. Zach Wheeler did not get a contract prior to his walk year, ended up having a great walk year, and then signed with the Phillies for over $100 million. And now I'm feeling like Conforto, but you felt like you couldn't give Conforto the money before his
You want to see.
Year.
It's a kind of a prove-it year again for him.
Yeah, but it seems like it's not, though, in the eyes of many. Where it's it's like, oh, he's going to get paid. It's just a matter of time. And really, depending on how this year goes, you'll see how much money he gets. Now that Steve Cohen is here, he'll take care of this. There's no doubt about it. That's what it sort of feels like. But should that be the case?
Well, not based on what's gone on thus far this season, but eventually he's going to have more and more opportunities to be the man, and he's going to have to come through.
Right.
And then they'll a little bit easier to swallow probably a big number they're going to end up having to give him. But remember, the whole Wheeler situation was offset by the Stroman acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Brody made that trade for Stroman? It was, we're really making a push for the playoffs. No, we were protecting our future because we knew we were going to lose Wheeler, and this way we had Stroman under another year of control, and we knew what the money was going to be. So, therefore, we were going to replace Stroman in the pitching depth chart with because we knew that Wheeler was going to leave, and that's exactly what happened.
Sure. No, I know, but you got to remember they could have probably signed Zach Wheeler to a contract the year prior at more of a discount. They could have. I mean, they never.
But again, he was in that spot too. Where are you sure he is what he is? And he was good last night. I mean, I was surprised that Girardi left him in as long as he did.
Yeah,
but I don't think Girardi has a lot
pitches.
of confidence in his own bullpen.
Right, and I mean that was one of those. Hey, he's cruising, feels good. He's over 100 pitches. Why not keep him in? But yeah, I wonder how this Conforto story is going to play out this year. And who knows? He could turn it on, have a spectacular year. Obviously, last year, the pandemic year, was his best year. I mean, everything that we ever wanted to see from him sort of came together in that season, but it was a disappointing season for the team. So that's going to be a fascinating one to watch as it plays out.
The other interesting thing is going to be if they don't play today, they're going out to Colorado. And you heard Gary and those guys talking about how cold it's going to be out there.
29 degrees or
It's
something?
going to be ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine you're going to see a lot of hitting out there either.
No, I mean, or playing, period.
Maybe
if it
they
starts
won't,
snowing or whatever.
I mean, this whole beginning of the season for them has been so disjointed. It's like they're finally in a rhythm now.
Yeah, you don't want it, and it's going to get screwed up potentially a couple days in a row. Don's in Mastic. What's up, Don?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
It's already raining out here. I'm on Sunrise Highway. It's already raining.
Yeah, no, I know. I had some rain by my house this morning too, Don, when I left. So
Yeah, but where's City Field?
City Field's in Queens, but I know
It's like 50 miles, west of that.
Right, but it's and normally you see a west to east type of weather pattern radar. But
Right.
when I was looking at it, it looks like it's got
What is our Dopplers? I keep saying
it's got like a system thing that comes around, and who knows?
Right.
It's hard to say.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, you're looking at it on dark sky now?
Yeah.
I did a little bit of that this morning, too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say, though, the bigger problem with the Yankees, I know it's Jay Bruce, he's had opportunities. Is it at their pitching staff?
Yeah, but he's just...
Corey Kluber's had 3 outings.
It's everything, man.
I mean, they're paying.
Here's the problem,
what
though.
are they doing?
All right. How many times have we gone down this road with the Yankees in the playoffs where is the pitching going to be enough? Is the pitching going to be enough? And then you get to the playoffs and they can't get the big hit. They never get the big hit. So that has been the issue with them, is everybody assumes the lineup is going to be okay because all these big names, oh, it's Judge, oh, it's Stanton, oh, it's Gary Sanchez, oh, it's Aaron Hicks. And then they don't materialize. It doesn't happen. They don't get the big hit in the big spot. So to me, quite frankly, the bigger deal, and I know the pitching hasn't been great for them to start the season, the bigger deal for them and the reason why they have been mired in this playoff mediocrity is because they never get a big hit.